Well, when I came from North Carolina in 1969, I knew when I got out of high school, I knew I wanted to be a barber. So I came here from New York, in the Bronx here. And I went to school in Manhattan, Tyler Barber College. And I wanted to go at night, but I came here and I got a job at Chocolate Nuts. And I wanted to get on the night shift to go to school, but I didn't have no seniority, so I couldn't get on the day shift. So I quit that job and went and took a job making less money in order for me to go to school. So I went to school and got my degree. After I finished, I went to get a job with another barber that I know. And he was telling me about this place. Somebody was selling it. I got to the landlord and to make arrangements for the rent, for the lease rather. He asked me if I thought I could make it in this neighborhood because it was an Irish and Jewish neighborhood, So I told him I didn't know, but I'll try. I'm gonna try it, So I tried it, and it was kind of rough at first, very bad, but it was what I wanted to do. So I said, I'm gonna make it work,
What year was that, Rosey?
That was
you opened
June,
the shop.
That was June 15th, 1962. By this being all-white neighborhood, it worked out fine. And tell you the truth, I had a lot of clients. White clients came in here too, and they really what kept me going until the Afro-Americans started moving in the area. And I still have white clients right till today. Then the Afro came along. A lot of people wasn't getting their cut now. So business was very bad. Right. A lot of shops got out of business at that time.
For a while, right? Yeah.
You remember that, Andre, right?
Yeah.
What I did to get through that period, I stopped and drove a cab, private cab, during the weekend in my days off to get through that period. And once the Afros, they started getting them cut, then I quit the cab and I came back to work full time. I still was working in the shop in the evening. This is a little area in the Bronx they call Marble Hill. It's right down from Riverdale. Now they're trying to link it with Riverdale.
Ever since Rosey came to this community, he's done a lot of good for people in Marble Hill, and of course, mostly outside Marble Hill. He's been helping out in the St. Stephen Church. Even though he doesn't really live here, he's really become an official part of this community. A true Marble Hillian.
Got a plaque from Riverdale Press. And my 48th anniversary, I also had a section in the Riverdale Press. And young Jesus, he was here once. And he was taking a picture, he took a picture of him here. This is one of my long-term clients right here.
You've been around quite a while, Rosey.
Yeah.
You've been coming around here for about at least 15 years of Rosey.
Yeah, at least about that.
And he always takes care of me.
You don't be wasting no time here. He comes in a half an hour, he's in and out most of the time.
That's right, that's right. Yeah.
That's one of the reasons why we started the apartment, so that people won't be wasting time in here, Right. But they got other things they want to do too. I know Mr. McNeil from way back in the day. He was one of the fellows in the neighborhood that the ladies was liked him very well, because he worked for Time Warner, and he was visiting a lot of houses in the neighborhood, so he got to be known very well.
So true. I have to agree. Roosevelt's been cutting my hair since 1969. So
you got a good memory.
So if you can recount, you know how many years I've been sitting in this chair. We love for him to be here. He is, as you probably know, he's one of the few that I know African Americans that still holds a business on Broadway or near Broadway. The Bronx or Manhattan. He's one of the few. I can't think of an African American business that's been in business for so long as he has.
That's beautiful.
Yes. It's a wonderful thing. Wonderful thing. And that's the reason why we must continue to support him.
It's like a family. I cut their hair from the first haircut. Such as this is a guy out here, Willie. Another young brother that came in. Mother brought him here this strong. Right?
Tell him, bro. Rosey gave my first cut at 8 months old, man. 8 months. Look at me now.
All of them is grown men now. This is Joe Rock.
How you doing today? Welcome to Roosevelt. We've been here for a long time. Everything's everything. I'll be talking on the camera, but you know, it's a good situation.
Rosey used to do a Rosey's fade on me. I've had Gar do my eyebrows. I've had Gar cut my hair. Rosey is such a honey bunch. He's a honey bunch. He treats me so nice. Okay, he is such a nice guy. That's why he's a nice, generally nice man. Always has been respectful. That's why I like coming here.
I try to treat everybody like I like to be treated. But there's one thing I never forget. My mother told me that always treat the next person as you wish to treat, wish for them to treat you. So that's what I live according to. He came here as a little boy, but now he's a correctional officer, right?
I show my hair cut off in Rikers Island every day.
Yeah, right.
Inmates try to get me to tell them where the barber is, but I can't do that. I call that a conflict of interest. Nothing but love when you come in here. It's like it's like grandma's old living room or something right here. We just got a new TV though. Like we had the whole old setup there. We just got a flat screen, so we was trying to keep it. We was trying to keep the the old look, but the old TV had knobs and the screen started turning green, so we really ain't have no choice but to upgrade to a flat screen. Rosey cut my hair, but Rosey clientele was so long I couldn't even sit there and wait. So here come this new guy right here from Jamaica. Couldn't understand what he was saying, but it was a little language barrier. But the haircut, you gonna understand everything he meant. He expressed himself through his haircut. Got me eating curry goat. I'm with it. I'm a big dude. I like to eat, goat stew, oxtail. I never ate a tail of nothing. So I met this guy. Now I eat oxtail, curry goat. I ain't mad. It's family,
I came from Jamaica in 1990 as a kid. I've been working in this barber shop since, and I've been working with Rosey for over 20 years, and I'm proud of the man that I am, and I owe it all to Rosey. Yeah. For real.
20 years.
Yeah, I learned a lot from Rosey. Yeah. The most important thing about finance, my finance, or you know what I mean? You don't work, party, you don't take care of your money. It's more like a father figure to me. Yeah. It's not just about cutting, it's about life, Yeah. He's the best at it. He's the best. Never get upset at a customer. Watching Rosey, he's cutting all different nationality. I'm like, damn. But I sit there and I keep my eyes open and I watch him, I'm still not as nice as Rosey, but you know what I mean? I'm still working at it.
Rosey is the best especially when to cut like a female hair. Rosey is the best. Rosey got all the female customers like to cut their hair because he's really good with the scissors and comb and stuff like that. So that's what I learned from him. But as far as like the dealing with the customers, you always tell her that the customer is always right. If a customer wants a certain way, the hair cut a certain way, you gotta cut it a certain way, even though that's not the way it's supposed to be, but that's the way you like it. So you just gotta do it that way.
Both of them is like a son to me, both of them. I think they really appreciate me as a father to them too, tell you the truth. And I really appreciate them for being here with me all these years. And that's why I can take my 3 days off and I don't have to worry about this shop because he always take care of it. People keep asking me when I'm gonna retire, when I'm gonna retire. I tell them as long as my health is good, I'm being here.
Why not?
I enjoy the clientele that comes here, all of my clients, I really enjoy them. In 1962, they was wearing the fades, but now the generation think that the fade just came out. But they've been here way before now, And this picture was also from the school that I went to.
Yeah, that's the most popular haircut right now. People still want Rosey fade.
Myself.
You're about to get one.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a haircut, man. I'm gonna get the Rosey's fade.
Okay, all right. Well, you're in the right place. See, he came all the way from Washington. He saw that fade, he wanted it right away.
Yep.
That's the original, believe me, that's the original. If anybody asks you about a fade, tell them you know where to get the original from. Well, the fade they're getting today is not the fade. They call it the fade, but this is the original. Who's been lining you up? Down in Washington, right?
Yeah.
You see how they got you one side, right?
Like right here?
Yeah.
I got a cowlick that grows right there.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. You're gonna have to fix that up. Now, when you go back to Washington, you tell your barber you want to look like this. You can say, what? Tell them you got it in the Bronx of New York. How you feel? How you doing?
Great, man.
Great? Look good?
Yeah. Got good names. Uncle Roosevelt, man. Rosey.
Right? My father is a farmer, and we had to work on the farm. We went to school a half a day, and we went back home and worked a half a day. So I think that's what gave me the drive to do so, you know? Even though we had to do all that, but if I had to do it again, I would do it again. Because I think that gave me a lot of drive. The family members, they didn't even know that I was pursuing this shop, you know? They gave me support. I had to give them support too back at home. Some of the boys that left behind. My sister Janet, I think she was going to college, and I also gave her support during that time. We all tried to help each other as we went along. Yeah, Walter, he used to cut on this chair here. That was right after he came out of the service, I think it was. And one day I wasn't here, and one of my clients came in, and they got in his altar chair because they thought it was me. We looked that much alike. And then he didn't recognize him until after he was finished. That wasn't the one that was cutting his hair, you know. Did Pop do a good job? Yes, he did a great job. He did a great job. But you know, he's always he kid around. You know how he kids around. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So that's when the guy realized that it wasn't me. You know. I thought that was something, man. They said we all did. Yep, we did. Very much so. You look like twins, right? You know? One of the most valuable lessons I learned along the way. To be independent. That's one of the most valuable lessons that I learned. This way you can do more or less what you want and how you want it. You don't have to have nobody tell you got to do this, you got to do that. You know. I was a person that I always want what I want, and I didn't want to have to ask nobody for it. You know. I believe in working for what I want. But I'll tell anyone that's coming along, if anything that you want to do, and you have in mind that you want to do it, pursue it. Because if you fail, don't even worry about it. At least you try it. You don't know what you can do until you try. So you gotta try anything that you want to do. That's the way I felt about it, and it worked out for me. Because if anyone had told me that I was going to be here 3 months after I took possession of this place, I would not have believed it. That's how bad it was, that I didn't think that it was going to work, you know. So it just worked out, you know.
50 years later.
50 years later. That's right.